I wanted to stay. Until this day, I'm telling you, I wanted to stay. I never thought of leaving Leeds United. That tells you how much fun and how much I loved it there. I did not really want to go. Not at all. So what happened was we had negotiations. They made an offer. I said no, because that was not the market rate. I said, just pay the market rate. You know, just as everybody in business or in football would say, you know, and they were far from it. The year later, Peter Ridsdale took over. So I had a year with Peter Ridsdale.
And I mean, again, as a non-football person, the stuff I remember from then was the talk of extravagant spending, and you know that Ridsdale came in, and if you could pay £50 instead of £10, he'd want to pay £100. You know.
Yeah. Well, that area I didn't. I was gone. So the year that he took over. So I had 1 year with him. I had one negotiation with him on contract. We fell out. We fell out really big time, and I felt that he done me with David O'Leary.
Done you in what way? As in, you didn't want to work with O'Leary, or done you over money?
Well, on both. I think I was George Graham's man, wasn't I? I was George Graham's protege, in a way. George Graham came to see me in Portugal. He took me on. He thought that I was good, and I was his project. Yeah. So when he brought me over, I was his signing, really. David O'Leary was the assistant. And I really played for George Graham. Really, after games, George Graham used to hammer me or give me love, or what was rarely, because George Graham is not the kind of person to give you too much love. You know, he wants to have you always on your toes. And then when George Graham left to Spurs, things changed. Yeah.
And so he left. O'Leary became manager.
O'Leary became manager.
So you had 1 season under one season under the other.
No, I had 1 and a bit season under George Graham, and then mid-season, more or less, he left, and David O'Leary took over and became the manager, and then Eddie Gray became the assistant. And
I mean, was it a particularly big difference in management style, or was it just that you and O'Leary had personal friction?
It's always difficult for an assistant to take over, and now all of a sudden becomes the manager. It's not easy, because when you're assistant, players look different at you and say different things, and just their body language is different. And
you don't respect them as much.
No, you do respect them, but they have got a different role. They're not the boss, are they? Mm. You are different to the boss. Everybody is, you know. So you have a different kind of relationship with the assistant than you have with the boss. So my relationship with David was all right, but I'm Dutch, and I wear my heart on my sleeves, you know, and I will say things, not disrespectfully, but I will say the truth. And that might sometimes go in the wrong way, while I don't mean it disrespectfully, you know? And that might have happened. I don't know. I'm just assuming here. That might have happened with David O'Leary, and he wanted to bring the youngsters through. He had his own vision, really. Yeah. So, and that is rightly so. He's the manager now. I am George Graham's buy. I will never be David O'Leary's buy. So if I do really well on the David O'Leary, I'm still George Graham buy. he's not going to get the credit. Yeah. So we now having negotiations for a new contract because I signed 4 years and I had 2 years left. And they wanted to protect their asset, obviously. And when you have got 2 years left, that is the time to start talking about a new contract. And I wanted to stay. Until this day, I'm telling you, I wanted to stay. I never thought of leaving Leeds United. That tells you how much fun and how much I loved it there. I did not really want to go. Not at all. So what happened was we had negotiations. They made an offer. I said no. Because that was not the market rate for somebody that has just become an international player, yeah, and played for the Dutch national team, went to the World Cup. And on top of that, that year where we started negotiations, won the Golden Boot. I was top scorer that year. Yep. And no other Leeds striker for a long time has become top scorer. Yeah. So I said, just pay the market rate. You know, just as everybody in business or in football would say, you know. And they were far from it. Far from it.
And this is an O'Leary decision or a Ridsdale or a bit of both?
I will never know. I will never know. But the negotiations, well, I would think that it is an O'Leary decision because end of the day, in those days, definitely the manager decides what happens. You know, so now I'm saying I'm not going to sign this.
And you think, I mean, given that given that Ridsdale went on to spend like an absolute lunatic
after that,
yeah. do you think that this was probably O'Leary's way of getting rid of you without getting rid of you?
I'm gonna get there. Right. And I'm gonna get there. So what they done is, okay, if you're not signing, we're not gonna play you. So I'm saying, I'm not signing. I can't sign for this. Yeah, but we need to. We can't. You know, you have to sign this. So I'm saying I'm not signing this. I want this, and I want this and this and this in the contract. That's not going to happen, Jimmy. That's not going to happen. Well, then you need to leave, they said. Then I'll leave. So now all of a sudden Chelsea comes in for me. Yeah, but we're not selling you for to an English club. And if you want to go, then you have to ask for a transfer request. But I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Yeah, but you have to ask for a transfer request if you. I don't want to go. Yeah, but then you need to sign. Oh, no, I'm not going to sign. Yeah, but then we're going to sell you. I said, okay.
And why did they make you ask for a transfer request? Is that to make you look bad in front of the fans?
So here it comes. If you're going to go, if you're going to go, you need to ask for a transfer request. Yeah, but then I lose all my signing on fees. Why would I ask for a transfer request? A, I don't want to go. A, I want to stay here. And B, you know, I don't want to lose my transfer request. So here it comes. So Jimmy, you know what? You ask for a transfer request. We sign a paper that you won't lose your signing on fees. Yeah. So this is going on for quite a while behind the scenes. So I'm getting fed up, yeah, of the whole thing, knowing they don't want me here.
And you're not playing at this point either.
I'm only playing. This was still pre-season. I'm playing pre-season matches, and I'm getting stick left, right, and center from the Leeds fans. Yeah, because they don't know the full story. So I signed the transfer request. Yeah, The moment I signed the transfer request, not a word of a lie, 5 minutes after, it's on Sky Sport News that I want to go and I've asked for the transfer request. While that is not the story. Yeah. So, because also, if I ask for a transfer request, yeah, I won't get my signing on fees. I got my signing on fees when I left. So that tells me they wanted me out. And they wanted me out in a way that I looked bad. Not that they were selling me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if they would have done it a different way, they would have had the stick from the Leeds fans because I was liked, I was loved. Yeah. So now I'm the villain. And that's how it happened. And that's how I fell out with Ridsdale, because he made me look bad and me like that I didn't want to be there, while that was not the case. So then I end up going to Atletico Madrid because they didn't want to sell me to Leeds. Played a year at Atletico Madrid, and then when I came back to Leeds, we played. When I came back to Chelsea, we played Leeds in the league, and I was on the pitch, and Ridsdale came to me and wanted to shake my hand, and he asked, "Are you going to shake my hands?" And that is where I was wrong. And with a lot of experience now in football, I know now that business is business.
You refuse to shake his hand.
So I refused to shake his hand. And I had a few words. What was wrong, what I should have never done. Yeah, it felt good at the moment, but it was wrong.
Who won that match, by the way, between Chelsea and
We
Leeds?
lost. Chelsea lost, and I had a horrific time. But anyway, in that match. So, but anyway, yeah. So until this day, I feel quite sad about that. How I had to leave Leeds. And I had a really I loved it, really. I loved it in Yorkshire and Leeds, and the club, everything was brilliant there.
Has there ever been any opportunities in your managing and coaching career to go back to Leeds?
No, never, never. I tried once to become applied for a managerial job, but it never really materialized. So look, Leeds is a magnificent club, and coming back to Ridsdale, I made up years after. We made up. We had a good chat. We had a good laugh. I ended up playing for one of his clubs against Cardiff. Here and there, we still speak. So in that sense, we have made up and we have moved on.